Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz to the channel. Good to have you all back here, watching this little video. We got 3 replays for you today. One of them from email, 2 of them were sent on the Discord channel. And if you have replays to share, please do so. martindoggerwotb@gmail.com. You can join my Discord channel, send them over there. Please drop them in the channels, because having a lot of direct messages and private messages, just I tend to forget where people send it, and I try to feature as many tanks as possible, as many players as possible, and that might mean that sometimes you get a replay and then you start thinking, well, I sent Martin one in the T54 as well, or in the whatever tank as well, and why didn't he show mine? Well, I'm trying to get as many replays on the channel as possible, but you all know this is not my job. I have a family. Schools are running full-time after this week. We have one last week of half classes of half the pupils sitting at home, and then I'll be taking care of the other half of the class. But from June 8th onwards, we'll be back in full swing here. So yeah, I'll still try to provide daily videos. Don't always manage to, but thank you so much for your support. We'll just keep rocking and rolling, and we're gonna rock and roll first with the Machine 1976, who clears the first tank, the ISU 152. He's in a WZ112-2, one of the, well, very many 122mm Russian tanks. I know it's a Chinese one, but for all intents and purposes, this is an IS-X tank, you know? 122mm gun, good frontal armor, tracks, big tracks on the side. You have little fuel tanks on the back. You have a somewhat angled flat plate, frontal mounted turret, bad aim, good damage, and good mobility for a heavy tank. But there's a bit of a flood of tanks like this. You have the Glacial, you have the 112-2 Celestial, I think, you have the IS-3, of the IS-6, we're going to have the IS-6 Felix, which is one of the reward tanks, or was the reward tank for ratings battles. You have the IS-5, obviously. There's just so many tanks with guns like this, and which kind of play like this, that you sometimes forget that there are other tanks in the game as well, especially in Tier 8, and there are actually more premium tanks in Tier 8 than there are regular tanks. So why then, Martin, do you feature one of these premium tanks? Why do you feature these Wallet Warriors? Well, this is going to be a cracking game, and he's going to be a bit lucky. Make no mistake about that. The Machine is going to get a little bit lucky, but he has some support of a Tiger. He had some support of a Tiger, and he's going to be lucky in this regard. The Reds are just gonna rush in now. I mean, this T-49 decided to go in, and you can see he gets a good shot in onto his side, but he is now down in hit points, and then he wants to go towards the back, and the Panther is thinking, oh, well, I made a mistake. Yes, you did. You have been blown up now. They're trying to gang up on him, as you can see. But the biggest problem was that he kind of figured out where everybody was. This is the my scenario, where everybody just starts to rush in and tries to kill that last remaining tank, and he has to get a clutch shot in over here. Yes, thank you very much. That one goes, pop goes the turret, and now he has to face a full health KV3. And what you then have to do in tanks like this is just face hug them. Because the KV3 is a really well-armored Tier 7 heavy tank. It has been buffed, it has a 122mm gun, but that has, what is it, 175 penetration on AP? It does get APCR, obviously, for premium ammo, and this player obviously is not the most experienced player in the game, because it took him quite some time to get involved in the battle in the KV3, and that meant that he probably went on a full flank through the desert. But at least this guy has kind of figured out, right? It might be a good idea if I start shooting HE. Could be that his teammates are telling him to do that, but he's trying to shoot HE. He's trying to switch ammos, and you can see that he is at least trying to figure out where to shoot the Machine. Can I find a weak spot? Can I? No, you cannot. You're getting shot here with heat because the machine is completely run out of APCR. And this KV3 is flanking, then getting another shot in. But the KV3 is a fairly tall tank as far as heavy tanks go, and that means that he doesn't have the gun depression to shoot down into the engine deck. And this is a good dogfight. This is a really good dogfight. And you can see it was a 1 versus 4, and he has been able to wear down that that KV3 to a one-shot now, and he's going to shoot him right through the side. Here he goes. He has got the heat loaded still. The heat is on, baby. And that means that he does not finish off the KV3. 1 minute 20 seconds left on the clock. And the KV3 is still backing up, but that was basically all she wrote. 6 kills, 5,737 damage dealt. That was a good game. That was a good game by the machine. You can see Mastery, Top Gun, High Caliber, The Lot. And I think we can all agree that these are the games you will want to watch. And the 2 games I have for you install still are really good games too. This is Algamishiyamail 7, which I think should just be pronounced as All Games Email 7. I sometimes look at the names people sent me, or send me the names of replays sent to me, and then I look at the players' names and I start thinking, God, how do I freaking pronounce this? And I'll think Algamishiyamail, and then you just figured out it's going to be All Games Email 7 from the IQ clan. Happy birthday to your friend, mate. You sent me this one. This is currently the Hall of Fame game in the RU251. And it's going to be a cracker. It's going to be a really good game. It is played on a PC, make no mistake about that. You are going to see the virtues of PC play of that auto aim later on in this game. But this one has a bit of a plot twist. So let's see what he's going to do. He's going to shoot that guy. Here we go. Nice shot onto the SP1C, the precursor of this tank, the Tier 7 German light tank. And All Games Email 7 is being very cautious. You can see that. Why is he doing that? Well, there are not a lot of tanks spotted yet. There's the SP1C. Oh, that's annoying. He gets an HE shot in, but does track damage only. But then the game said, oh, you're playing very well. We're going to give you an engine fire. And that kind of makes up for the loss of damage on that shot, which just hit the tracks. And then you can do HE onto this guy in the Bulldog, because you've got 105 base penetration on your HE plastic rounds. That tank shoots you on the tracks and you will bounce. And this is what I meant with the virtues of auto aim. You can just lock onto a target and then watch where you're going. Just ram the SP1C and shoot the leichte Kampfpanzer M41 90mm, and I'll keep flexing the German talk like no tomorrow. Right, what's going to happen then? There we have a T43, and you get a max roll of 67 because you hit the tracks. But you can see that these high explosive plastic rounds, these HAP rounds on an RU251, if used correctly, are just devastating. They just completely annihilate the enemy. The little nukes, the M41 90mm, the Bulldog, which is currently installed, gets those same HE plastic rounds. The prototype standard B is going to get the same rounds, and you can just look at that. You can shoot an SU-152 up the ass. Here we go. Thank you very much. Thank you for staying put there. Lovely stuff, buddy. Do you like it like this? Yes, yes, yes. KV3, not going to happen. You can't shoot him through the side, but you can shoot him with AP, no problem whatsoever, as long as it is square on. Here we go. Little bit of angling. That shot goes through. And you can see that All Games Email, it is... I don't think this is a new account. This is not a new player playing this game. He knows where to go. He knows to sit in this little spot, and he knows that he can penetrate that KV4 through the front. Yes, here we go. No shots available now. Thank you very much. T95E2 is then sitting on the cap, because why not? It worked in the first 10-15 games I played on this account. It might as well work in the next 30s, and I'll stay here on the cap and I'll just cap the base, because no kill, I just want to cap. The VK is getting hammered. He's going to feather that shot in. Here we go with AP still, and then it's time to move on. I mean, it is a new account, or at least an experienced player, or he watched a lot of YouTube videos or whatever, but he knows what he's doing. You can see that he rolls around AP through the back of the turret on the KV4, and then going to get another shot in, and already setting up to run away, misses that shot. For all intents and purposes, this is a game that's really well played. It's going to shoot the SU. There we go. HE again, just HE up the ass, and then he gets shot by the KV4. Who knows how to shoot HE as well, which is good. Obviously, people are starting to figure that out. Switching around, heat shot through the lower plate. You want to kill that tank. What's the SU doing? Not looking my way. Yes, there we go. AP and kill another tank. This is what you should do with an RU-251 in a situation like this. If you are in a city map and you don't really have the time to relocate too much, then you just go around and you try to figure out where to go. You will punish enemies that make mistakes. You can't shoot that guy with the heat because that's side skirts, and then you will bounce on the VK's side. So try heat anyway, maybe. No. Yes, that one goes in, thank you very much, and the VK is down. Right. Plot twist coming up. Because this damage, 4,800, is good, but it's not the top. And this Tiger 1 is AFK. And then all of a sudden, once you start tickling him for some surprise butt sex, he starts waking up. Oh, no, 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 no. And you can't stand getting shot twice. You can get shot once, but if he shoots you again, you might die now. And the tank is running around. He misses again, the Tiger 1. Yes, here we go. Still on the heat now because he's run out of AP. HG's to the side. Here we go. 240 roll and around and around and around. Yes, make him miss again. Yes! Yes, he misses again. Boom! There goes the Tiger. I didn't expect that one to happen when I was watching the replay at first, to be honest. But look at that. Nearly 6k damage dealt in the RU-251. And the most disappointing fact about the red team is, and you can scroll back the video, the Tiger 1 being AFK for the entire game, except for the last little bit, did more damage than the lowest damage dealing tank on his team. Welcome. Welcome to Blitz, where you can be AFK and still do better damage than the lowest one on your team. Well, obviously, if you're the lowest on your team, then you've done better damage, but just one shot from a Tiger was more damage than the Bulldog did. So that's, I think, kind of disappointing. But a telltale sign of the quality of the teams lately. So yeah, Martin, please give us a game which is good, where when things where there's nothing strange happening. Well, let me give you this one then. Well, only 30 minutes into the game, and 2 tanks have already decided to cap the base, because it worked in the first 10-15 games on this account, so I'll try to do it for the next 200 as well. And we're looking at Ventus from the small clan in the prototype Standard B. The Tier 9 Pan-European / Italian tank with an auto-reloader. And also 105 mils of HE plastic penetration rounds. Hello T92E1, come on dude, are you for real? Did you forget there was a prototype over here? Did you forget there was a Standard B? Oh, you shot? Yes, you're dead now. This is not the way how to play a T92E1. I mean, I can't play that thing for shit because I tend to rely too much on the big gun and the derpy damage, etc. But he knew that Ventus was there. And this is what you can do to a Hori. Once, twice, and 3 times the dead Hori. And Ventus can do this in the Standard B. And since the penetration on this gun is the same as on the RU-251 or on the German Bulldog, on the M41, the Leichte Kampfpanzer, that means that you can shoot the Hori in the side and in the rear with those tanks as well, using HE plastic, and same with hash rounds. So that's something that you should get into your head. And I didn't know the Standard B had 105 of penetration on its HE rounds until I watched a video from Skill 4 LTU, who was playing the Standard B on PC. Make no mistake about that. And he said Oh, the beauty of this thing is the 105 mils of penetration on your HE rounds. And I pressed space and I paused the video and I started looking at the standard B in Blitz, and I was thinking, does it have 1.5 on HE as well? Yes, it does. And that means that if you can get your 3 shots in the magazine onto, like say, a Batchat 25T AP or basically anything you can penetrate with HE plastic, then you've got 1200 of burst damage in that magazine. And even with APCR, it's not bad. It was pretty freaking brilliant. You got 350 on your APCR and 300 damage on heat, 240 penetration, 295 on your heat. You can't run a rammer on this thing, at least not if you're loading this gun, if you're using this gun, because it's an auto reloading gun. So if you would then use the calibrated shells, it's going to be a beast in terms of punishing enemy tanks. Of course, you don't have any armor, so you have to be smart, and Ventus is going to be smart. So take a look at what he's doing here. He was running into the corner and then running all the way over there, and he waited until that I3 defender was off the radar, and big chance the enemies are now chasing him, and yes they do. Hello Exp, straight through the front with heat, or once and twice. There we go, the 2 shots he needed. He had to clear 1 tank, and this was a good one. I mean, 2 shots to clear that the Goose tank, that was a good one. And there's people talking about premium ammo and thinking, oh, it's so bad. And I've been in the heat of the moment in battle from time to time, where I was kind of aggravated when somebody was shooting me with APCR for premium ammo or heat, because I was thinking, I'm perfectly angled here and blah, 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 blah. But if you play ratings a lot, there's a lot of people stating, oh, F you this and F you that, you gold spammer, blah blah blah. Yeah, well, it's available for credits, and if you have to, then why not shoot it? It can be annoying, but still, why not use that ammo if you must kill a tank? And Ventus realizes that he must, because there's enemies chasing him, so here he goes onto the Tiger, then it's facing frontally. You have to use a little bit of gold, kill 1 tank, still 1 shot in the magazine. The auto-reloading mechanism starts kicking in again. He is reloading, as you can see, and he has got 2 shots now. And on towards the next one. And he's been clearing tanks one by one, and one thing that kind of puzzled me when I was watching this replay, I started thinking, where the hell is the Pantera? I mean, I know he's a 1-shot, but it would have been better if he had been closer to the Exp or the Defender or the Tiger, or maybe he was on the other side of the map, just on that elevated area, you know, where you have some shots down into enemies down below, and you might be able to get some crossfire over and suppressing fire. My gut feeling says that he was over there, but Ventus did not go there. He wanted to stay in this area, because he can go down, he can go into the missile launch area, he can go into the corner at the southwest part. He has all the time to reload over there, and if he has to cross open terrain, you can see there's a lot of cover over here. And what he's going to do now is take 1 enemy at a time, and he's thinking, he's hoping, praying that the enemies are either splitting up or that he might catch them by surprise. What do you think was going to happen? What do you think was going to happen? I mean, the Pantera is low on health, and the Pantera is indeed waiting over here, and he spots the Pantera, but the Pantera starts driving away straight away, as you can see. He realizes he spotted it, and that he spotted Ventus as well, but then the Pantera gets somewhat stuck by the looks of it. Yes, gets 1 shot in, quickly, autolock, shoot him, get shot by the Defender, but Ventus had got 2 shots in the magazine, 1 shell left. Here we go, yes! What a game. Thank you very much, buddy, for sending that one into me and allowed me to use it on the channel. That was a really, really good one. I enjoyed watching that one. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, for supporting me on the channel. My name is Martin Dogger. Please subscribe to the channel if you like my content and if you haven't done so already. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. Cheers, happy tanking, and bye bye.